Hello, welcome back to Steve's Corner. Now they want to deprogram me. Did you hear that mess this morning? I heard it. I was going to make a great video today about how I thought we were starting to turn things around in the country, you know. Because I seen that President Biden in New York is the guy in control of the border down yonder, talking about starting to build a border wall again. They're only going to build like 20 some miles of it, you know. Hey man, they always make a ladder that goes over top of it. The higher your wall, the higher the ladder gets, you know. They can tunnel under it or whatever. But every barrier you can put up between us and them is it slows them down a little bit. You know. It works to help weed out the ones that don't really want to slip over here, the bad ones or whatever. It kind of brings the good people to the top. Just like when you go to apply for a job. Applying for a job anymore ain't just filling out an application, get called for an interview and going to work. For a decent job, I mean, there's levels of acceptance you have to go through, you know. Usually they'll have 2 or 3 interviews, or a group interview, maybe and then you go down to a 1 or 2 person interview. You know, you got a physical you got to go to. Usually you have to take a test anymore. You know, you got to fill out your application. You know, you got to answer a questionnaire probably. You know, they put them barriers up in there because they get so many applications anymore. You know, they're separating the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. And it helps them to get highly qualified individuals. It's the same thing as daggone putting up barriers for them illegals coming across. But I thought, hey man, maybe we're starting to turn this franchise around a bit, you know. Then Hillary, old crooked Hillary, had to open her mouth this morning, and she was worried about the what was it she said? I forget. MAGA something. I forget what she called them. But she said, you know, we're going to have to set up a federal program to deprogram everybody. Because she said you can't separate them from him. I said there's nothing he can do to get the MAGA Maniacs. That's what she called them. There's nothing you can do to separate the MAGA Maniacs from him. And he's in control of what they do, you know. When he says something, they take it to heart and do it, you know. And it ticks me off because, I mean, she should have been in jail a long time ago. I mean, she's done a lot worse stuff than he has that I know of. I mean, and she's ticked off because old Jim Jordan's trying for, what is it, Speaker of the House. Because he's the one that grilled her butt during that Benghazi mess she did. Well, she got hot during that. What difference does it make? Well, it makes a heck of a lot of daggone difference. You know, we had a bunch of people get killed over there. The ambassador and them, the guards for the embassy. They could have been, something could have been done on. You know, and she's the one that started this whole Russian collusion thing, and she ain't done a daggone. There's not a thing happened to her. Nobody's talking about that anymore. You know, she ruined this country for 4 years over false information that she knew was false. I mean, that right there, I mean, that's akin to treason to me. You know, you're aiding and abetting your enemies because you're disrupting things over here. It's what they do. What in the Second World War they done that with daggone. They had German saboteurs over here, you know, and it's the same thing she done right there. She was sabotaging this country, and not a thing has happened to her about it. Ain't nothing gonna happen to her. She's a queen living up there. Like they think the Democrats think of her like a daggone queen up yonder. But yet she's fine with them deprogramming you because you think, hey, Trump's got a better idea about taking care of the country than their man. You know, hey man, he might be a billionaire. He don't even know who I am. He could, he might not really care. I don't know. But the way I see it from the last time he was elected, I truly believe that he wants what's best for this country. And for me, I'm on board with that. I seen a video on here from Victor David Hansen, I believe it is. He's a professor somewhere, but he was discussing how come the Democrats hate the daggone middle class. He said because they need two classes, those that have and those that have not, in order to run and implement their brand of politics and control over a country. Because then you can pit them two against each other. If you got somebody, a middle class in the middle of them three, they can't get two sides arguing against each other. He said that's why they implement policies and they ruin the middle class. It's like in electric vehicles, man. Hey man, regular people just having a hard enough time putting food on the daggone table, keeping a roof on their head. But yet when the car breaks down, you want them to have to go pay for a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 vehicle that's not been tried and tested properly. I mean, you got no history on them things. Them things are brand new. To me, that's just fool's money to go after one of them right now. It's like when they first come out with daggone big screen TVs. There was a lot of problems with them, the image would burn into the screen, depending on what type of. You had the projection ones, and then you had the ones that were backlit and stuff like that. After a few years, they got all the bugs and stuff worked out. Now everybody's got a daggone big screen TV. Same thing happened with that electric vehicle. If it's a viable option, if it's the best option over a gas powered one, same thing. People would naturally migrate to it, but it's not proven yet. But I mean, he made a lot of sense to me on there on that little video. It's about 15-20 minute video on there. I don't know, but that ticked me off this morning. I mean, the things that she's done and she has gotten away with, and you never hear about it anymore. She's never even had a reprimand about any of it. Yet they want to hang an ex-president. I mean, it's wrong. Well, y'all enjoy yourselves. Y'all enjoy the weekend. It's going to be a pretty decent weekend here. It's just going to turn off so cold. We're going to get winter temperatures this weekend down in the 40s. I'm going to have to put my long johns on, maybe wear a toboggan. But y'all take care of yourselves. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to y'all later.